Alright guys, let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner with myself, OJ, crypto analyst and investor since 2016. Now today we're going to look at Bitcoin, of course, because we do have quite a significant move since my previous technical analysis. I was actually talking about this move and the fact that we are now targeting the 30,000 resistance. This is where we're heading to, 28,900. Also, I will be announcing the winners of my crypto giveaway. If you remember, in my previous episode I announced the giveaway of the Tangem wallet. It looks just like a credit card, it fits in your wallet, and all you have to do when you need to approve transactions is tap to your phone. So this is absolutely the best solution right now for me, guys, for day-to-day transactions and things that I do on the go, because I do travel a lot. I actually use this far more now than any of the other hardware wallets, just because I don't really want to be traveling with devices that I may lose or anything. This goes into my wallet. Of course I can lose my wallet, but I am quite careful with these things, so hopefully I'm not gonna be losing my wallet. And also I do have backup cards, so even if I lose this one, I don't lose access to my crypto. Anyways, I announced the giveaway. I will be picking winners towards the end of the video, so make sure that you stay until the end of this video. Now let's get started. All right, and first I'm going to start with technical analysis on Bitcoin, because we see that Bitcoin is up almost 8% in the last 24 hours, while Ethereum is only half of that, 4.72% as we speak. Some of the problematic tokens like Cardano and Solana and Matic are also significantly up. Matic is up 6.45% in the last 24 hours. Solana is up 5.30%. Cardano is up 7%. So definitely good performance over the last 24 hours. This was to be expected. I'm going to go into the charts now and I'm going to share with you what I was talking about in my previous analysis and what I'm seeing now for the next few days, and pretty much for the rest of this week and going into next week. So let's go into the charts. Okay, so starting with Bitcoin on the daily, as you can see, a beautiful breakout here from this trend line. This is what I was talking about in my previous video. I said that we are actually gearing up, we are opening the door to break above this trend line and change the turn of this trend. Because if we manage to go above this line and stay above this line, then we are opening the door to challenging this trend line and possibly even breaking above this trend line. So this is an important one. Once we clear the resistance, the next target will of course be the trend line, the downwards trend line that we are currently following. We have to break above this in order to confirm my bullish outlook for the longer term. Well, there you go. This is exactly what we did, and we did it really fast. This is on the back of the news about BlackRock applying for a license for an ETF. This is the most respected investment manager in the world, and as this headline is pointing out, their success rate with the SEC is 575 to 1, meaning that it's very likely that this ETF will get approved. This is why we're seeing such a huge pump in Bitcoin right now, and of course Bitcoin is actually leading the markets. The altcoins are not being able to catch up with Bitcoin just yet, but they will, and this is why I'm also going to take a look at Ethereum, which is not performing as good as Bitcoin right now, but this is usually what happens. Bitcoin is breaking of a downtrend, it's making a fast move, and in the following days the altcoins are going to catch up as Bitcoin starts tailing and going sideways and doing a consolidation, which is inevitable. Now if you look at the stochastic RSI, we are in the overbought region. We haven't seen a bearish cross yet here in these two lines, but it is coming. It is coming very soon. Probably over the next couple of days the two lines are going to cross. If we look at the 12-hour chart, we are probably going to see that cross already. It is forming just as we speak, right? So definitely this bearish cross here is indicating that we can expect a pullback, and this pullback should be coming really soon. This is the 8-hour chart. Again, same thing. We are seeing here that bearish cross. 4-hour chart. Same thing. Again, the two lines in the overbought region and now crossing, indicating that soon we're going to see a drop in the lines, which actually means a drop in the price. So most likely we are already finding the resistance over here. I'm actually going to draw some Fibonacci levels right now to see exactly where this resistance can be expected to be hit. On the way down, we do have this support line here at 27,700, and to me it will make perfect sense if we actually drop to here to retest this support. Usually after we break out of a trend line like this one here, we come down and we retest it. We don't have to come all the way down to the trend line, but definitely we should be coming at least to that first support line here, because this was a resistance line that we just crossed. We just flipped that into a support, and usually we come to retest and confirm that this is now acting as a support before we move again on the upside. So I am continuing to be bullish. I continue to expect us going towards the 31,000, which is a resistance for us. And as you know from my previous video, I'm also expecting 30. Oh, I didn't draw them here. Okay, let's see now. I'm gonna draw the Fibonacci levels, and I'm gonna show you which other prices I'm expecting as targets. Okay, so taking it from our previous high to our most recent low, which is down here. Well, we do have a small support here, not a very strong support, of course, at our previous high, which we just crossed, and this is very close to our price right now. So if we do a minor pullback, we are definitely coming to this line, but I'm expecting that after such a strong move, it's very likely that we do a bigger pullback rather than a minor one. And that will come to the 0.786 Fibonacci level, which is coinciding with this resistance line that we have now flipped into support. So this is why I'm talking about the most likely scenario to me will be to actually come and retest this support before we continue our move on the upside. And that move, the first target for that move on the upside is the 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is currently sitting at 30,900. So that's pretty much 31,000, right? Then we have another resistance, another target for us that is currently sitting at the 2.618 Fibonacci level, another golden pocket here at 34,894. And after that comes the bigger target, which is currently at 38,000, close to 40. And even above that, we have a target of 41,141. All right, so these are the targets on the way up. If this momentum right now that we are gaining is to be continued and we don't get crushed by some other bad news, maybe a rejection of that ETF could actually crush that momentum. And I'm going to look at the bearish outlook. What can we expect? But if we don't actually get anything too major to crash this momentum, then we are definitely going at least to that first and second targets, which are sitting at 31 and 34,000. I personally expect that we could even easily get to 38,000 over the next few weeks, over the coming month. All right, now going on to the higher time frames, let's take a look now at what could happen if we are to get rejected with this ETF, or if we are to get some other bad news. But before I do that, a quick shout out to Ceres Markets for sponsoring this video. If you want to tap into other markets and trade more than just crypto, check out Ceres Markets. It's a global brokerage that provides trading of cryptocurrencies, forex, stocks, and commodities all in one platform. The company is regulated by the Labuan Financial Services Authority. What I mean is, this is a compliant company. And I particularly like that there is zero fee trading here. I can trade cryptocurrencies versus the world's largest companies such as Tesla, Apple, Google, Disney, equity indexes like Dow Jones, for instance, and even versus commodities including gold, silver, crude oil, all with zero fees. More than 200 instruments are paired with cryptocurrencies through non-deliverable contracts, NDCs. And with up to 100 to 1 leverage, I have the ability to go long or short on any cryptocurrency. There's also a mobile app which I would recommend using so you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies quickly on the go. The app is available on both iOS and Android, so you have exposure to the markets at any time. You don't have to wait until you get to your laptop. As you know, I'm traveling a lot, so I have been using the mobile apps of all of the exchanges that I'm using a lot in the past year, mainly to monitor my positions, but even to close or open new positions. Of course, I make my technical analysis on my computer, but once I figure out my targets, I can do the rest on my mobile. The platform is commission free with no fees on deposits or withdrawals, and the only transaction cost is the spread. This means I can do short-term trading because I don't really have to worry about fees. Usually I avoid small margin trades because I tend to trade with high volume and the fees can sometimes eat up my profit. But here I don't have to worry about that. They offer leverage up to 400 to 1 for Forex, commodities, indices and single stocks, and up to 100 to 1 for crypto trading. Additionally, the Ceres Markets mobile trading app offers a 100% deposit bonus for new customers who sign up for an account. So make sure to grab the link from the description below and get that bonus. This is only for new signups and it's a great bonus. So if you deposit $1,000, for instance, you get another 1,000 from the platform to use in your trades. You can deposit as little as 50 to begin with, but you get the welcome bonus on your first deposit, so I would go for a bigger amount. You can sign up in just a couple of minutes. The process is very straightforward. Just grab the link that I dropped in the description below. Alright, well, back to the chart now. Let's take a look at what could be the bearish scenario here. If we lose this momentum that we're building right now, let's say that we are going up and everything, and at some point we get some bad news. Maybe this ETF gets rejected or some other bad news that could actually change and kill this momentum. What could happen is, well, very likely we are going to challenge this 30,000 resistance, and we might get the bad news before we manage to break above this resistance. So if that is to happen, we could expect a sharp drop on the downside because we still have a lot of liquidity stuck in stable coins. A lot of money is still waiting in stable coins. Not everyone is jumping in Bitcoin during this pump. And by the way, if you are jumping, during this pump already at these high prices at 29,000, 28,800, 29,000, whatever, you have to be very careful. Because this is one way to look at it. This is a possibility that we get rejected from the 30K, we drop again, and we find support possibly around these levels here somewhere. And then as we confirm support, we can bounce up again. But also what could happen is, let me just remove that. We could actually find a rejection much sooner. That rejection could be somewhere around here because, as you can see, this is a level that we have already challenged a few times and we get rejected every time. This is currently just at 30,000. It's not at the previous high of 31K, but most likely we can expect a pullback once we hit the 30K because there will be a lot of selling pressure around this level. And the problem is that this drop, if it's combined with bearish news, with something that is very, significant bad news that could actually scare a lot of people and cause a lot of panic selling, then we can see a very sharp drop yet again. And we can come all the way back to these price levels that we were before we made that sharp pump on the upside. So this is another bearish scenario here. That is also a possibility. I wouldn't say it's the most likely scenario here at all, but it is a possibility. And then there is a third bearish scenario, which looks something like that. So we keep the momentum going, we do a bit of consolidation around the 30,000 because it is a difficult level to break. We break it and then we continue higher, and then we get rejected as we break above this resistance here. We've kind of run out of steam and we start getting rejected. And as we start falling here, we can actually make a head and shoulders formation, which would be actually quite bearish. And from there, we could drop and we can go all the way to our lowest support, not lowest, but our lower support that I have drawn here at the 23K. This is also something that I could expect from Bitcoin. I have seen these kind of patterns happen before, and there is nothing to stop it from happening. The only thing that we need right now is to keep the momentum that we have built, but this is a very sharp breakout from the downtrend, which remains to be confirmed. We are now waiting for that confirmation. All eyes right now on Bitcoin, how it's going to respond as we continue this momentum, whether we're going to do a minor pullback and just establish our first support line here as a support and then bounce on the upside from there, or are we going to actually retrace heavily? Because as you see here, we made a sharp pump on the upside, but then we retraced quite significantly. I mean, let's measure that in percentage. We retraced by 18%. That is quite a significant retracement. I mean, if it was more than 20%, we were going to talk about a bear market yet again. But luckily, we stopped at 18%. So it is still just a correction, a pullback. But if we are to go, let's say, to the 30K yet again, and we retrace another, 17, 18%, we are literally coming to the same prices that we were at the start of this pump. Anyways, this was the bearish outlook. I'm still much more in favor of the bullish outlook. Now let's take a look at Ethereum, because we have to check what's happening with Ethereum. It's not really doing as great as Bitcoin is doing today. It's only around 4.5% up in the last 24 hours, while Bitcoin is double that. Bitcoin is more than 8% up right now in the last 24 hours. Well, as you can see, we have this resistance level here that I've drawn previously, and we are getting rejected from that level. Let's go into the shorter time frame so that we can see it more clearly. Okay, and this is the 4 hour. Just now, over the last hour, we managed to challenge this resistance level here, and immediately we got rejected from it. We see that red candle here. As you see, the stochastic RSI has printed a bearish cross here on the 4 hour chart, pointing towards a pullback. The pullback has started. As we can see, we got rejected from 1836 and we are now at 1822. This is the 200 moving average on the 4 hour chart. That's not really a strong support. That would be a very standard pullback if we come to this one, but it is not a very strong support. So we have to watch out as we approach this, currently sitting at 1807. So the 1800 level is actually our first support, but it is not a strong support. We do have a stronger support at the 1776 level, because this is a previous resistance that we just broke out of and we flipped it into a support. So coming to test this support and confirming it will be important for us to be able to continue the bullish momentum. So these are the targets that I'm looking at. Other than that, if we continue with the bullish momentum in Bitcoin, Ethereum also has a strong potential to come and retest here the 1950, 2000 level. This is definitely the target for Ethereum. 2000 is being a psychological resistance as well as a previous resistance that we have challenged. In fact, here in May, we were challenging this 2000 resistance and we got rejected from there. So this is a tough one to crack. We're going to make another attempt, I'm pretty sure in that, especially if Bitcoin is continuing its momentum. Ethereum will continue to do the same. So 2000 is our first target. Then we have 2132 as our next target. In the shorter term, over the next few weeks, these are the first targets that I'm looking at for Ethereum. And once we get there, I'm going to do another analysis and I'm going to look at what comes next. Now it's giveaway time. Alright, so let's announce the winners of this giveaway. If you remember, I announced this giveaway in my episode where I reviewed the Tangem Wallet. It is a giveaway of Tangem Wallet. 2 of these are going to be the prizes. So I'm going to be picking 2 winners. And this is the tweet that you had to retweet and you had to tag 3 friends and everything. And I already picked the winners. Well, the first winner is a Twitter account going by Greg, just Greg. I don't really know his surname or anything, but congratulations, you are the first winner of this giveaway. And the reason why I picked this account to be the winner out of all of the people who retweeted and everything is because I did go into the profiles of people who retweeted and I just picked the one that was the most interesting to me. I actually found out 2 new interesting accounts that I'm going to follow because of his Twitter account. And one of them is actually a hardware wallet that I'm not aware of. So this is yet another hardware wallet that I will be adding to my list of wallets to review and everything. So congratulations, Greg. I will contact you to ask you for your physical address that I will send to Tangem. They will be sending the wallet directly to you. I will not be sending it myself. There is no third party involved. You will be receiving your prize directly from the Tangem, from the company. All right, the second winner I picked from my YouTube comments. And what I did is, as I said, it's going to be completely by random. So, and of course there was also a lot of spam and everything, so I didn't really want to just run a randomizer that might actually pick one of the spam comments. And I tried to delete spam, but you know, they keep coming, so I can't continue you know, deleting all the time and spending my time on deleting comments. So what I did is yesterday was the closing, last night was the closing night of this contest, 20th of June, and how I picked the winner was simply by adding the numbers 20 and 6 for the 20th of June. So it's the 8th comment that I have to reward. So we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th comment is Sarah Mehta 2446. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Forgive me if I don't. So Sarath Mehta, you are the next winner of this contest. Congratulations. Now I will contact you. The reason why I don't want people to contact me is because in the past I've had actually impersonators, you know, people open fraudulent accounts and they impersonate the winners and then they contact me, and I have actually already sent one prize to a fraudulent account in the past. Therefore, I don't really want you guys to contact me. I will contact you on the same accounts that you used for your comments and everything. So this way I know that I'm contacting the same account that just won. So this is it, guys. You are going to hear from me. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you to everyone who participated in this giveaway, and all of you who left comments and retweeted and tagged people and everything that followed all of the rules. Appreciate. We got a lot of retweets. We reached more than 1,000 people with this tweet here, so I'm really happy that it all went very well. And again, congratulations to all the winners. I will be contacting you and I will be sending your details directly to Tangem, who are going to be sending the prizes directly to you. By the way, in next week I will be doing some more reviews on hardware wallets. I just received Bitbox O2. This is another hardware wallet that, if you remember in my review where I outlined all of the best wallets for 2023, in that video I was talking about this, and at the time I had not yet received it. Finally it's here, so I'm ready to do my review. And I also received a Lipo, and I received not only the hardware wallet from a Lipo, but also the seed, also the steel plate which is used to back up your seed phrase. So these reviews are coming next week. I will do probably the review of a Lipo, and then the week after I will do Bitbox, because of course I need time to actually prepare this and do the unboxing and setting up, as I always do. So make sure that you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Also, make sure that you check out all the links in the description below, where I drop the links to all of the crypto services that I'm personally using and that I recommend to you. And of course, there will be more giveaways coming very soon. A Ledger Nano S giveaway is coming very soon to you, so make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And while you're here, just pick another one of my videos and I'm gonna see you there.